I haven't done a video in a while, and I realized I haven't done an update since I shaved my head. And I shaved my head back in April, and it's now July. It's almost August. Tomorrow I think it's August 1st. Anyway, so I kind of just wanted to talk about my experience of basically living for a couple of months as a bald woman. There are two reasons why I decided to shave my head. The first reason being I had thought about it for about a year when a friend of mine had shaved her head just because she wanted to. She styled the little tiny bit of hair that she had. She styled it like Amber Rose, and she looked great. And she just kept telling me, you know, how liberating it was and that I should do it. She just kept saying, Jessica, you just need to do it. And I was really nervous to do it for a good year. I'm not someone who is shy to wearing short hair. I have been wearing my hair really short for I don't even know how long. The first time I chopped almost all of my hair off was the day before my graduation senior pictures. I chopped it off pixie short and I loved it. And then, you know, every once in a while I'd let it grow out. The longest I've had it in recent history was to about here, be when I got married back in September of 2009. So it was about here, just barely past my shoulders, and it was black. So I've been coloring my hair since I was about 14 years old. So I shaved my head back in April, and this is how much hair has grown in about 3 months time. So you can see there's some good length there. For a long time it just felt like bristly, and now it's actually hair, like there's length there. It's still not quite long enough to like do anything to it. I think another month and this will, like maybe beginning of September, I think up here this will be long enough to like style in a short pixie and then get this all trimmed up so it actually has like a style, because as of right now I haven't done anything to it since I shaved my head. So thing that made me actually decide to go ahead and shave my head was, I think, a lot of things. I wanted to do it because my hair was bright pink at the time, and I've been coloring my hair for years, like I said, and it just was so brittle and so broken and so dried out that it was just, there was no really repairing it anymore. And so I had actually heard about this charity called St. Baldrick's Foundation, and I think I had seen a commercial on them like prior, like maybe 6 months back, and I did a Google search and found out more about them, but for some reason I felt like I didn't really understand what they did, except like they had events where people went and shaved their heads. And then I didn't really think anything of it again. And then when I decided, you know what, I really do want to shave my head, I figured I know I want to do it for myself, and I wanted to see how I would feel without it, especially as a woman. But I wanted to kill two birds with one stone and do it for charity as well, if possible. And being that I've been coloring my hair for so long, I knew I couldn't do locks of love because it has to be chemically untreated and at least like 12 inches or 8 inches or something like that. And my hair was none of that. And so I did more research on St. Baldrick's and found that I could actually do an online event where I didn't even need to register for one of their events where everyone goes to. I could just do it on my own. And so what I did was I just created the event, and I'm a hairstylist. Well, not anymore. I quit my job a month ago. I'm just not passionate about it. That'll be in another video. But I worked at Supercuts at the time, and I went in and had my friends do it for me, my coworkers, and it was a bunch of fun. You can see my video on my channel of me getting my head shaved. Only thing I wish I would have done was actually done like one bit by myself, just so I could feel it. But the feeling of having a shaved head was amazing. I can't really describe it. I mean, literally speaking, just feeling it, like you being able to feel your scalp, was really weird, especially as a woman, never having had that short of hair. My mom actually said that I had more hair when I was born, which is funny. And it was strange, because right after I had my head shaved, I could feel air hitting my scalp, which you don't really feel. Like, hair blocks all that. And it was a really weird feeling, and I was really like cool. Like, I kept my body temperature down a lot, and I really like that, as I tend to run hot most of the time. One of the strange things that I found, and I knew it was gonna be a little weird, I was wondering how I would feel without hair. Being women, especially women, we put so much emphasis on who we are and how much our hair defines who we are. And working in a salon for so many years, I actually came to realize how important it is to women, even looking just beyond yourself or your friends, you know, who are always talking about wanting to change their hair or whatnot. Working in a salon will really open your eyes. I mean, you know, if you cut someone's hair even an inch too short, most women freak out. And, you know, you think, God, you know, hair, it grows back. And yet we put so much emphasis on, you know, if my hair is cut too short, I'm not going to look good, and what am I going to do? It really is ridiculous. I feel like I really came to resent the beauty industry a little bit. And having gone into the industry, I kind of went into the industry with the wrong reasons anyways. I wanted to do something with my life, and I was 19. I thought I had to rush into it, and I thought it'd be fun, and that's not a reason really to join any career. You really should be passionate about what you do, and I say this to anyone who may be thinking about going into hair. Make sure it's your dream. Make sure you're passionate about it, because most schools cost quite a bit of money, and you know, you can't really go back from that much, really. I mean, I've had a hard time. I realize now what I want to do, and trying to get back into it has been really hard, because I still have that loan on my hands, and no one to really help me get out of that debt, you know. So just be sure it's what you want to do before you do it, because you can make a good career out of it. You just have to love it. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, I mean, I think my growing resentment towards the industry, being that I hated the job I was doing, being that I hated how fickle and how superficial women were who would come into any salon I worked at. You know, I did nails for a few years, and how picky women were about their freaking cuticles, or that their nails aren't just shaped just so, like, it's not square. No, it's not round. No, it's like it has to be square but with rounded edges. And make sure that you make my nails narrow so that it makes my fingers look thinner. I mean, the amount of things that I've heard women say in this industry is mind-boggling. And I'm not saying I'm not one of them, because I feel like I'm not so much anymore, but I was. There was a point where I only had one bad haircut where I was like, damn, this is way too short, and I cried about it once, and then I was over it. But back to me shaving my head, I was a little nervous about how I was going to feel. Was I gonna feel like myself without hair? I think a lot of women are self-conscious about themselves anyways, but I'm an overweight girl. I'm technically obese, and for the most part I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin. I do have my moments though, but I've never been someone who felt like I needed to hide behind my hair, at least not within the last 6 or 7 years or so. I feel like I've really kind of come into my own, but I felt like shaving my head was going to be like the ultimate test, because there really is nothing to hide behind. It's just your face and you, and that's it. And I'm not gonna lie, like the first day or two, I was like scared to get out of the car, or like to walk out of the house, like wondering how many looks I was gonna get from people. I remember the first day, the day after I had done it, I went to the bank, but I was lucky because I just had to deposit some money at Bank of America, so I just had to drive up and do it, so I didn't even have to get in my car. But I realized, like, once the second day came, I felt fine. Like, I realized that I was gonna be okay. Like, it's still me, and that I really don't care what people think. I did, however, get a lot of looks when I was working at the salon I worked at, where our bank was Bank of America, like I said. And I remember walking in there to make a deposit, and everyone just looked at me like they didn't know what to say, because they had seen me before. I had hair. I had clients that would avoid asking me the question, but as soon as I walked away, would ask my coworker, does she have cancer? Is she okay? And it was really mind-boggling to me that they felt like they couldn't even ask me myself. There were some people who would just come out and ask me, and I would tell them, no, I did it because I wanted to, kind of as like an experiment within myself to see how I feel without it, and I also did it to raise money. And most people would be like, oh, okay, that's cool, I did have one incident though, where this heavyset guy came in, and obviously I'm a heavyset girl, and he wasn't gonna get his haircut with me. It was just him in the salon, me and one other stylist. And he came in and he said, I want to shave my head. It's too hot, and I just want to go all the way off of 0. And the other girl said, okay, and she was like trying to talk him out of shaving it completely off. And he was like, how do you like it, And I was like, I love it, it's really liberating. It's a lot cooler. There's no muss, no fuss. You don't have to do anything with it. And he said, well, my main concern is that big lump on the back of your head, like that hot dog roll on the back of your head. And I don't want people to see that. And I understand what people think a hot dog roll is on the back of your neck, a head, but most people have that, and it's called the occipital bone, at the back of your head, just above the nape of the neck. And most people have that little ridge right there, and it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're overweight or you're skinny. Look at, anyone. Look at some celebrities who have shaved heads. They have that little bump there, and that's a bone. And I tried to explain this to him, and he said, "Oh no, no, honey, not everyone has it. Just people like you and me." And I was like, "Okay," and I took it graciously and moved on. And I just thought, wow, some people are just, it never fails. Like, he's just one of those people who, like, he has to bag on himself and his weight before anyone else does. You know what I mean? To protect himself. And I get that. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I did learn a lot from having a shaved head. I realized that I'm pretty secure within myself as a person and as a woman, and I don't feel like I need to hide behind anything. Like, I feel like I'm pretty okay with who I turned out to be, and I feel like, if your inner self, your inner beauty, if you're a positive person, it'll shine through. And I don't think that we really need all of these material things. And I wish more people would realize that, because I think society as a whole would be better off if we weren't so preoccupied with material things and the way people look and the way we look at celebrities. And if they gain 10 pounds, oh my god, what's going on? Why are they eating their feelings? If someone loses 10 pounds, why, oh my god, are they anorexic? I think we should all look more into who a person is and what their character is and what their soul is like, rather than judging a book by its cover and just assuming things and passing judgment. And I'm really glad that I did it. I would actually probably do it again, maybe in a few years. I am a little sick of this hair color, though. What do you guys think? I think most women who are natural blondes probably have a hair color similar to this, like a golden dark dishwater blonde. It's not particularly pretty, but for now I'm gonna leave it alone. It's the healthiest it's been. Obviously it's all natural, so maybe eventually I'll start coloring it again, and I'll start weighing in on your opinions on what I should do about that at some point. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please like it. If you dislike it, then dislike it. If you want, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and comment below. Tell me what you think about how much emphasis we put on people and their looks, on women in particular, about hair, how important hair is. How do you feel it is? How important is it to you, and how you look every day, and how you feel, how much you feel like it makes you who you are. If you're one of the people on here who have shaved your head, tell me about your experience. So this video is almost 20 minutes long, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys.